Hello, my name's Quinlan. Welcome to yet another episode of Melbourne Musos, guitar in hand. And what I'd like to do tonight is talk a little bit about a scale that is used a lot in Spanish flamenco music, and funnily enough, in something that most people would see as almost a complete paradigm shift of styles of music, but also in metal and all that sort of business. So really it's almost like flamenco meets metal, or metal flamenco, or flamenco metal, whatever you want to say. What I'd like to talk about is I'll start off with something very straightforward, the C major scale. There it is, good old do re mi. What happens if we start this C major scale from E? And so we go, instead of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right, I'll do that again, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. How about if we just did it from E to E? We'd have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. If I did it over 2 octaves. Put it with an E minor chord. What you have is essentially a little scale called the E phrygian mode. Okay. Now what happens is that you can call it the Phrygian scale if you like, but what it actually is the third mode, okay, of any given major scale. Okay. Now what happens is that essentially what we're doing is taking, you can think of it like this theoretically, although it's a bit tricky, but I mean, if we just take the E major scale, that has 4 sharps in it. It has E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Now what happens if we flattened those 4 sharps? We essentially get all the white notes on the piano, if you want to think of it like that. So what goes on is that the E phrygian mode, let me spell that out, it's P-H-R-Y-G-I-A-N, okay? It's the E phrygian mode, okay? It's based on the third step of any major scale. What I'm saying with that is that you can take any major scale at all, and whatever the third step is, say if I take the G major scale, like that, what is the third step of that? G, A, B. So therefore, if I simply speaking play the G major scale from B to B, that's the B phrygian mode, okay? And that's what goes on there. Now, what goes on is that once you get that under your belt, let's go back to the E phrygian, which is the C major scale. It's all your white notes on the guitar. So, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Start again. F, G, A, B, C, D, E. And if you like, F, G as well. That's all in the open position. Most students learning guitar and learning to read music, not tabs on the guitar, will know that as just your natural notes, okay? You'd play that every time you pick up the guitar just by rote, just to get your fingers working. See, that's what goes on there. Now, if we harmonise the C major scale, which I've done on previous episodes, but C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, we have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, or you could have G7, A minor, B diminished, and then a C. I'll do that again. Now, if we base all our songs on E minor, the third step, make that the root note or the root chord. Therefore, the fourth of that, if we're going to do a 1-4-5 progression like a blues, the fourth would be an A minor. Back to E minor. Then you'd have a B diminished, but let's just make that a B7. Now what I'm going to do is loop that. There it is there. Now I'm going to put the E phrygian mode over it, which is all the white notes. And what goes on is after the break, what I'll do is expand on this phrygian mode and how you can get a little bit on the flamenco side of metal. Strange, huh? Okay, talk soon.